March 16, 1968 was a Monday, and this was on our black and white TV then.
I am announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States. I do not run for the presidency merely to oppose any man, but to propose new policies.
15 days later, a sitting Democratic president announced he would not seek another term. Ed, who are Republicans afraid of? Who could energize the race for the Democrats the way RFK did back then?
Well, you know, back in the days of Bobby Kennedy, it was not anywhere near as toxic politically as it is today. So I do think it's a little bit tough to make a comparison, but I do think a good example can be set that policies do matter. And I think we saw that with Bernie Sanders.
Yep.
He didn't get the nomination, but he came out strong for education for everybody, for Medicare for everybody. And he came out with a totally different plan from what the Democrats had been talking about, the corporate Democrats for years.
Yep.
He came out after Wall Street. Ironically, we're talking about this. 12 Democrats voted to get rid of Dodd-Frank. Those aren't Bernie-crats. And so what Steve is talking about, a schizophrenic party, there is an identity crisis that has developed on the left in this country. Are you going to be a corporate Democrat like the kid who won in Pennsylvania? Or are you going to be a Bernie-crat?
Right.
And where are you going to line up? And so I don't think Kamala Harris would play in the middle of the country. Bernie Sanders played in the middle of the country and won a lot of those states in the primary because he talked to workers, because he talked to the middle class, because he talked to a younger generation. That should be the first tip to anybody, and that's exactly really what Bobby Kennedy did. Bobby Kennedy talked about the future. Bobby Kennedy talked about civil rights going to 2.0. He talked about fairness. And this generation understands two things, the environment and fairness. Who's going to pick up the torch?